Deshaun Jackson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Play action. Haskins. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Look at this, a tight end carry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Double. 51. Here we go. Double time. 40. Alert.
Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. Check nine.
Here we go with Geis. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Barnett, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Snap comes in 1. Now Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel will grab them, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Right back to Sanders on first down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on third down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Third down. Here's Haskins. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's just me and you.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. Waiting. 56. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you.
On play action, Wentz. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Here it comes.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Ryan Kerrigan, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. To try again after the sack. Wentz, the 40. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
82.
Now a carry for Sanders. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Yeah. 60 outlaw. 51. All day, just like that. Just like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Completes it right side to Dodson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Hey, Echo. 51 to Mike. Great 15. Great 15. Topper.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Throwing now is Wentz, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz, and the Eagles continue to roll.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Ready. You want the mic. It's a party now. It's a party now. Mike 51. Let's put him on front. Let's put that team on the box.
Now Haskins on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Vinny Curry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Second down, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
The Redskins on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Redskins on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check the outs.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go one more. Check 37. Orbit. Mike, 53.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a toss. This is Geis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Boy, it's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. And there's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming after you. Check.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Jim.
After the sack on 1st down, Haskins. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brandon Graham getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Get wide. Mike, 53.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 95 yards. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Eagles 38.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Has it left side. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Eagles continue to roll. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Switch.
On 1st down, Haskins. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking long for his tight end. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. On 1st down, this is Geis. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Geis again. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time it's 3rd and 3.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Haskins on 3rd down. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Washington.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action. Haskins under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The 30. 10. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Philadelphia, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.